Thank you all the members, all the patrons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. So we have a very special video and the first one of the series of the Yom Kippur War event that we are doing, I am doing together with, the guys are doing and I'm participating on the War Thunder Realistic event server. So basically it is based off of the Yom Kippur War. Of course it cannot be 100% realistic, obviously, but we tried as much as possible, at least for my part. I'm just flying one aircraft. Of course, the guys that are doing the missions are doing that as well, trying to be as realistic as possible, so bear that in mind. And let's take a look on the objective. So the objective, we have here, for example, the map. What is that? We have the map, and yes, the Israel... Why is this doing this? The Israelis are coming from here, because we have a hunter, basically battalion or squadron, a very large squadron of hunters, Iraqi hunters coming to help us in the war. We are from Egypt, as you see, and they are coming from the north over here to actually intercept these hunters, okay? We spawn in our peninsula over here, cross the Gulf of Suez, and the objective is to intercept them before they kill all the hunters going through here. This is the main objective, okay? So you will see that it is a very, easy mission, very, nothing too crazy. The main event of the mission will be on Saturday, I think, I don't remember. But along the week, we are going to have these smaller missions, just trying to be like to make the war like bigger in the sense of, overall span of all the missions. So yeah, on the aircraft itself, we are, myself and some others, we are flying MiG-21 MFs, okay? There are some MiG-19s, some MiG-17s, some J7s, MiG-21s, F-13s, PFMs, MFs, but I'm using the MF as you see over here. Yes, we are using the R3R and the SPS-141 because it would be too difficult to actually win anything without this, because of course the Egyptians never use these missiles or the spot of flares on the MF, but it would be too difficult to actually win without it. Of course nobody had flares or chaff, so it's at that time, right? So it might be something that we need to discuss, I don't know, or give the idea to them or suggestion, myself give the suggestion to them to consider. Of course it's not my event, so yeah, I'm just a player, but I wanted to show to you guys. So yeah, as you see, we already spotted the Israelis. I'm in command of the first squadron. We are composed of 2 MiG-21 MFs and 2 basically MiG-21 FFs, right? So yeah, and we try to do like a same type of attack that the Vietnamese did in their war as well, in the Vietnam War. So yeah, trying to just do a pop-up attack from below, right, to actually get them by surprise. And it wasn't very successful. You will see that everything kind of failed on us, and we basically died very quickly. Everybody died very, very quickly. But we tried. It was the best of 3 rounds. So the first team that actually got 2 wins, you would be considered the winner. And this is a kind of a dynamic campaign. So for example, if we lose the hunters, we would lose them on the upcoming battles, right? So yeah, I was trying to fight a lot of targets over here, and I got destroyed. Once you get destroyed, there's nothing you can do. You have to J out, and you don't have your aircraft anymore. You cannot respawn in. So yes, it is, difficult, and you have to worry about things like this. So yeah, the first attempt here of defending the hunters were very, very unsuccessful by our part. We were kind of lost in the middle of the map there, and I personally didn't do a good job anyway. So yeah, the second and third one would be a little bit better, but still, it was kind of hard initially, just for you to let you know, right? We were still getting used to it, of the mission and stuff, and as you see, we were getting killed left and right. There were some reasons why though. I mean, the F4s were using AIM-9Js that the Israelis didn't have, but even the Gs would be already very, very good as well. And we only had like basically R3Ss and R3Rs, so we were kind of in a disadvantage. Of course, no excuses, but it was a little bit due to that as well, because we had to use statics to actually stay alive. The aircraft were not inferior, but overall they were. I mean, there were a lot of F4s, for example, and Mirages, and we had a lot of, I mean, one squadron was filled with MiG-19s and MiG-17s, so we had just a little bit of a disadvantage on that part, okay? So, yeah, and by the way, they actually managed to intercept the hunters, and basically they eventually destroyed all of them. So it was the first one went for the Israelis, and we lost fairly soon. So fairly easy, to be honest. Here was the second attempt. You know, we had to win this one. The strategy was a little bit different. We tried to go a little bit to the north to try to pincer maneuver them and attack them from below. I used too little fuel. That was my main mistake in this match. But still, the objective was the same. We didn't have any GCI, so the objective was to just fly a little bit lower, 4,000 meters or so, and try to find the contrails of the high altitude F4s, right? So that was what we were trying to do over here. And remember that these missions will be coming up, you know, the more the week passes, the more missions like this will come up on the channel. So make sure to subscribe and leave it in the comments if you want this type of mission or not, you know, in the channel. The next one, for example, tomorrow, will be on a night attack that we are going to do on Israeli bases. So a completely different mission. I will be flying Su-7, and hopefully we can win this time against the Israelis. So yeah, we are just scanning, as you see, trying to find the targets, trying to maintain a good position on a northern part of the flight path of our friendlies and the hunters, just to try to pincer maneuver them, as I said. And yeah, basically just flying around, trying to save fuel. Yeah, I just spotted something there. So afterburner is on, 12 o'clock. They're basically right up there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it because of the way everything is on the video, but still, they are right on our 12 o'clock. So the maneuver was actually working. We did our best over here to actually get a full squadron. I was in the command of a squadron. I don't know if I told you guys that, but still, I was trying to command, not that I was a very good commander, but I was trying to command this squadron to actually do this pop-up attack on them. So as you see, a lot of contrails, a lot of F4s, a lot of Mirages, and they were going straight for the hunters. So trying to burn as much fuel as possible, trying to get them. The radar is already picking them up. They are fairly close to me, less than 10 kilometers now. They're kind of spread out, which makes it a little bit harder even to actually kill a lot of them. MiG-19 flying very high there. Yeah, Mirage, that was my main target. So I was kind of approaching it fairly quickly. And as you see, the pincer maneuver worked, but we weren't fast enough. We should have just went for more fuel and actually used that fuel to get faster to the point that we tried to intercept them. We were kind of too slow and too, like, on the back foot over here to try to do this interception fairly in a fairly organized way. So we kind of spread out over the targets a little bit. We had one Mirage and an F4, and then we had a Mirage on my 6 from very, very far away, but I still had to just stay with him. I fired a Fox shoe, maybe he wouldn't see me, but he eventually just killed the other guy there, so it is just problematic, obviously, that he just took his attention out of the target and put it on me. So yeah, we kind of merged over here. I was going to fire an R3R, but he wouldn't be able to turn, so we just merged, going for the guns. I should have went it for an R3R shot back there, but eventually I got him with the cannons. I say that because he was a Mirage 3C, so he doesn't have flares or chaff. So he would just, you know, die for the R3R probably. A lot of aircraft flying really high, as you see. The F4 is on my 12 o'clock over here, another contrail to the left and another to the right. Missile launched on me, and I had to launch really, really hard to actually make it work. Sorry about the Discord sound. And I missed. I made the missile miss, but I was out of flares. So now I had to really be careful with just getting killed by anything that it's flying, right? That has missiles, because any missile that now are in air can kill me because they don't have flares anymore. But we're still in a fight. Still trying to follow the F4E, as you see there, that tried to attack me. I thought that missile was coming for me. But as you see, it just became kind of a furball over here. And the objective was being completed. As you see, the hunters are almost over the Suez, Gulf. So with that, we can kind of see that the objective is going in our favor, because we are getting their attention away from the hunters. That was the main objective. Try to make them busy until the actual aircraft got past the Gulf. We were kind of in a disadvantage, again, in missiles and aircraft itself. So that was our main objective, right? If we can do this, we can actually win. An A4 came out of nowhere. I don't know where this A4 actually came out from. So I tried to do a scissors with him and made him overshoot to actually try to get him. I missed the shots. Only 20 shots left. Waited for the perfect shot and good kill. I wasn't particularly fond of just wasting my ammunition on an A4. But yeah, we needed to kill him. He was attacking me, so yeah. I still had three missiles, and I still, two. Is it two missiles? No, two missiles, and I didn't have a lot of fuel. And the problem is that I managed to run out of cannon and flares, so it was kind of a problematic thing. These F4E, for example, I tried to get him from a head-on. He went for the chef. It was something kind of, as I said, I don't know if I said this, I don't know. I'm trying to record this for the second time, but still, they actually introduced the flares in chaff that we didn't use in real life, but we know the pilots didn't use in real life. They didn't have it in real life. So that would have made the R3Ss and just overall the R3R especially a little bit more effective, right? But it doesn't matter too much. I don't blame that on our mistakes of losing, right? Only had one missile, 50 seconds of fuel, so as you see, I'm just completely dead basically here. I won't be able to return to base, and I don't have a lot of ways to kill enemies as well, right? Kind of did a mistake there. The F4E kind of just went on my back there, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. 1.3 kilometers. AIM-9J launch. I mean, there's nothing you can do. But we got two targets, and we basically made them lose a lot of time dealing with our aircraft. Even though we got shot down and we were in a disadvantage at the end, we only had two aircraft and they had three, and we were in a number, like a better numbers. As you see, the hunters on the map there, they managed to actually pass over the Suez Canal, the Suez Gulf. So mission objective complete. So that's one for the Arabs. So that very, very cool. The last one, the one that would decide the fate of the game. The same objective. I had a second squadron coming up and following me nearby, and we just went for it. We used a lot more fuel, and this was the one, man. This was the one that everything was going to come down to our ability to actually intercept them before they destroy the hunters. So we were pretty confident on it, and I think we did a very, very good job on it, but you will see what happens. So as you see, a lot of F4s in our top over here. So I just went for one of them. I don't know if it was a missile or me or not, just flared it out. And I was on a 6 of an F4. That was the objective, to maintain hit 6 and try to destroy him before he killed any of our guys. It is very hard because the J72 doesn't have flares. That was my wingman there, got shot down by an F4E. So I needed revenge. My fourth element of my flight over here was flying together with me, and alone over there it was my third element, or the element leader. So I asked my fourth element of the squadron to help him out while I actually tried to kill this F4 alone. Should have just maybe went to help it, but I was so fast that, I mean, I really wanted to get this kill, right? So yeah, approaching fairly quickly. The MiG-21 is a very, very fast aircraft, as you see. And he knew that he had to just go to a defensive position, right? So yeah, he's going to the deck. It's a very, very big aircraft. Very easy to get it. I mean, the F4 in a dogfight against the MiG-21 is just like, it's really easy to kill it. Just a very poor launch. I thought it was going to continue there. And then eventually I got him. Splash 1, the third kill of our day, and the first one of this match. So yeah, very good kill. And then I realized all the problems I had around me. I had literally a Mirage 3 from the Israelis, an A4, and another F4, and another aircraft flying above me as well that I don't know what it was. So a lot of aircraft just flying around. I had to really be careful. I knew that I was faster than them, so I just went to just get a little bit of distance between me and the targets. My wingman there, one of my wingmans, just the element leader of my squadron, came to help me with the MiG-21. He was trying to help me with the A4 there, and we kind of did a mistake there. So he went for the A4. I thought he saw the missile, but he didn't. And I thought actually the missile was going to the ground, and it wasn't. And yes, he killed my final element of my flight, if I'm not mistaken. So I was alone of my squadron, right? And then we had the Shahak and the A4E. I don't know where the other ones went. I think they were just went in the middle there. I just lost completely the positioning of the other ones. There was a MiG-19 from the 3rd Squadron actually helping me with the Mirage there. I knew that was a Mirage 3, so he didn't have any chaff or flare. So I fired an R3R, guaranteed kill. He was kind of very slow, and splashed the second one. 4th kill of the day and 2nd of this match. We still had the A4 behind me, but I chose to just ignore it. And here is the main problem. You see down there in the kill screen there, behind, below the radar, you will notice that there are at least 2 F4s that managed to pass over our interceptors and just went for the hunters, while we were kinda just losing ourselves here against the F4s and the Shahaks and all the aircraft that were flying around here. As you see right down there, Garrett, F4E, Hunter, FJ9. They were basically just killing the hunters, and the majority of our squadrons did not realize that. Some of them realized it, but some of them didn't. And I don't know how did I miss this shot, man. It was a completely, I mean, oh my god. It's been a while since I used the Grisha 23, so that's probably why I was missing so many shots. But as you see, I mean, they were killing hunters over there, and we were fighting over here against these F4s. So we kind of got too hooked up in the situation over here, over the Sinai Peninsula, and then we forgot to go to the Gulf and actually protect the hunters. That was the main problem that we faced, right? If we didn't do this, we would be just fine with it, and we would just win. We were having a better overall performance in this match, but we didn't pay attention for the objective, the main objective. So basically, we kind of lost due to that. You see, the hunters are just getting destroyed by 2 F4s that just passed it over our MiGs. Completely mistake by us. You know, it happens sometimes. But yeah, for the next match, for the next mission, we need to get these things sorted, because this was the main reason why we didn't win it, right? So yeah, the first operation actually went for the Israelis because they won it 2-1 against us. So yeah, very good game, man. Very realistic, very fun to actually play. Cheers for all the players that participated it. Sorry that your names are not appearing on the screen. I actually forgot to change the filter. But still, on the next one you will appear. And I see you guys on the next one. Let me know in the comments if you like this type of mission, objective, campaign. And yeah, guys, tomorrow we will have another one. Bombing with the SU-7. Okay? See ya. Bye.